U.S. military officials have received more than 6,400 public comments, most of them focused on noise, in response to its draft study of the environmental impacts of basing a squadron of F-35 fighter jets at Madison's Truax Field. The National Guard Bureau says it is incorporating as appropriate all relevant comments into a final environmental impact study that will guide the Air Force's decision on whether to select the Wisconsin Air National Guard's 115th Fighter Wing for the F-35 program. Air Force spokeswoman Laura McAndrews said the final environmental review is on schedule to be published by the end of February. There will then be a 30-day waiting period before Air Force Secretary Barbara M. Barrett can make a final basing decision. The Air Force previously identified Madison as its preferred alternative to receive the next squadron of the $90 million jets, which would replace 32-year-old F-16s. According to the Air Force, the National Guard Bureau received 6,419 comments on the 1,099-page draft environmental impact statement, which was released on August 9. Uninhabitable. Fears that the F-35s would be capable of carrying nuclear weapons. The Air Force says equipping the planes with such weapons is not part of the Truax mission. Worries about the impact the decision will have on property values and the loss of tax base. Concerns about existing contamination at Truax of hazardous chemicals known as FARs. Requests to translate the document into languages other than English. Proponents, most vocally the Greater Madison Area Chamber of Commerce, say the F-35s would boost the local economy, create dozens of jobs and ensure the viability of the 115th Fighter Wing, which has an estimated $99 million annual economic impact. If selected, Truax would require up to $120 million in construction to prepare for the new planes. Planning is already underway for $34 million worth of projects that could start next year if the mission is granted. Citing concerns about contaminated groundwater, noise and the impact on low-income neighborhoods and children, Madison's mayor, city council and school board have all asked the Air Force to find another place for the planes. The State Department of Natural Resources also found shortcomings with the draft environmental study and has said the National Guard is violating state law by not cleaning up existing FARs contamination. The Air Force says once a decision is issued it will draft a mitigation plan to identify ways to minimize the impacts as well as who would be responsible for administering and funding those projects. The Dane County Regional Airport would have to conduct a noise study, estimated to cost more than $1 million, in order to qualify for the Federal Aviation Administration's sound mitigation program. However, recent research showed hundreds of homes near the airport are subject to easements that could preclude owners from receiving federal funding.